He got to give me some more. But
I want to go to this that new promotion company that Dana White started. I want to let him talk about it. It's a couple of things I want y'all opinion on. So let's put this up.
Rights deal with Zuffa Boxing, and I'm joined now by the CEO and president of the UFC, Dana White, who just made a big splash in the boxing world. Dana, be so kind. Just tell the people what it's all about. Big picture it for us.
Yeah, so right now my plan is to get in and
shout out to Max and Dana White. This Ring TV, I believe, In the Ring TV. You know what I'm saying? That we reacting to.
And I always talk about USA's Tuesday nights. I was a big fights. I was a big fan, and a lot of the things that I did in growing the UFC, the sport and the brand, all the things I liked about boxing and all the things I didn't like about boxing. I want to get in there and start putting together fights with not only up-and-coming guys and people that we think could be future stars, but it's sort of morphing into also putting on fights with some of the biggest stars.
Earlier today, Paramount announced the land.
So what y'all? Hold on, let me pull this off. So what y'all think about what he doing with this promotional? With this, it's a league. Okay, it's a league. Hold on. Oh, here we go. So it's a league. It's a fight league that he doing. What y'all think about that?
well, for me, because one thing I don't know how to feel about Dana White in the boxing, but what I like about the UFC and Dana White is the best fight the best. Okay, you don't have a guy that ain't seen the top fighters in 6 or 7 fights. You ain't got a guy that hasn't seen the top fighters. So I like if that's the aspect of it, I'd like to see that. I think boxing itself is getting away from the guys who there's too many top boxer legends who could put something together, who could improve the actual sport of boxing without bringing all these outsiders in, the Saudis, everything else. Because the element of boxing that we grew up on, I still feel is gone. And we're getting further and further away from it. But if Dana White can bring a little bit of that best fighting the best, and you don't have to see the 1 and 2 guy go years without seeing each other, you know what I mean? Shit like that. And I'm all for it. We'll see, though.
What you think, Nolan?
Like the reason why I was laughing, with the giddy, because me and him talked about that, and like, I don't agree with how they trying to dwindle the pay. So I don't agree with the pay.
We're gonna talk about that too.
Because it's all together. It's all together. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with the pay wise, but I like what Dana, because I follow the UFC. I like what Dana built over there.
Right.
That he got the best fight the best.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's one belt basically for each division, which I love. I don't like all these belts because you can duck, you can hide with all these belts. Boxing you've been able to hide and duck for years. You know what I'm saying? The UFC is very competitive. I believe it's more competitive than boxing. You got one belt. You got one fucking belt. You know what I'm saying? You could dodge somebody if you want to. You're going to go down in the rankings. You know what I'm saying?
And you really don't get to dodge nobody.
Right. Yeah. One gonna fight 2. One gonna fight 4. One might fight 5. 2 might fight 6. 3 might fight 2. It's gonna be some. Ain't no running. Right. You call yourself a fighter, you gotta fight. I think it should have been like that in boxing. I believe it should have evolved into eventually being one sanctioned belt for boxing. But it's always been that 3 belt because, like me and African Ant done talk, you got these old white men that's been eating off of that shit for centuries.
So,
You know what I'm saying?
Let me play this other clip because you going into that. This other clip.
They ain't gonna let that go.
I'm gonna play this other clip because you're going into this other clip. What you're talking about is on this other clip. So let me put this up real quick.
Where like the winner of the Zuffa belt has a springboard into, is there going to be a Zuffa belt where like the winner of the Zuffa belt has a springboard into like Riyadh season and a championship fight, a Ring Magazine fight?
You and I have never talked about this, but the answer is yes. That's
right, of
exactly
course.
what will happen.
Of course, yeah. Right.
There will be a Zuffa belt, and then there will be a ring belt. And yes, I will not recognize any of the other sanctioning bodies.
So with that being said,
and I understand that. I understand because in the UFC, you got I don't know if y'all hips to the different shows.
Hold on, let me say that it's a league though, but I got another clip with Showbiz. He gonna break it down. I like that.
Right, like in the UFC, they got it's these little leagues. It's these shows that come on where guys got to fight and they fight for a contract. Y'all hips to that in the UFC?
Contender, yeah, they're not a contender, but I remember the UFC show, yeah.
So they got different like fighters that used to fight or guys that fight now as the coaches, and they got
like teams, Griffin and guys like that.
Yeah, and they got teams and shit, and they fight each other until, you know what I'm saying. They basically it's two guys left, and they fight for a contract to be in the UFC.
Yeah, I used to love that
usually, and a lot of times that be the next big thing, whoever win, because they be like the next big thing to come in the UFC to, you know, that's how they keep the competition so high.
Forrest Griffin, a lot of them guys.
Keep it competitive.
Yeah.
I actually had a change of heart with the whole Zuffa just a little bit because Showbiz had another clip and I'm gonna play it and he broke it down a little bit more. But I don't like that they said they not. I get it. Is they league, so they not gonna acknowledge the other sanctioning bodies. They trying to move them out the way. He gonna say this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just play this other clip.